Trailer, cast, release date, and leaked spoilers for 1923 Season 3. Even after seeing the 1923 ending for some time, I'm still not really sure how to feel. I had the painful feeling that the tale I had engaged in wasn't really over, even if it provided us closure, or at least it seemed to. As Yellowstone lovers, we almost feel as if we were hurried into the next story before this one had a fitting conclusion. What's the good news? Everything that happens in this chapter will carry over into the next one. The news that's bad? There will be noticeable changes from the original show. Let me clarify. We have followed Spencer overseas, through war zones, through heartache, pain, and a lot of killing during 1923. Spencer murders at least one man per episode, so he could really compete with Rambo right now. What a dude. By the time the 1923 season ends, he has finally made it to Montana, which ought to be incredible, doesn't it? Well, not quite. Unfortunately, at least in my opinion, the much-anticipated hero comeback seems a little vacuous. But tell me what you think. I got the impression that he just walked there, murdered 5 guys, and shot Donald in the head to finally put an end to all the tension that had been building for years. And yes, I don't think that makes much sense. I mean, of course I wanted the ranch preserved by Spencer. I want for him to complete the circle. Well, was that all there was to it? Were his services really necessary in Montana if a single surprise visit and a gunshot were sufficient to remove Donald? Who thought that killing Montana's most influential businessman could be done so easily and with no repercussions? Do you think that makes sense? Tell me in the comments, please. Furthermore, the finale's pace wasn't helpful. Every storyline seems to have been jammed into 2 hours, racing towards a conclusion without allowing anything to settle. We sort of stomped over the narrative instead of simply moving quickly through it. I'm just exhausted right now. Does anybody else feel like a bus ran them over at the conclusion of 1923? Tell me. Nevertheless, I cannot deny that Alexandra's passing devastated me. I believe we can all agree that she deserved better after all that she had to endure. Better by 100-fold, really. Her passing didn't seem like a surprise to me, nor even a significant event. Instead, it seemed like a kind of punishment. It seemed as if the program was unable to provide Spencer any positive things. Additionally, it chose to focus on sheer tragedy rather than a sad narrative with emotional depth. Because, well, it appears that Taylor Sheridan believes that suffering, loss, and suffering are the main components of history. The constant reminders of the tragic events of 1923 are definitely getting to me, and I can just feel the scowl coming on. Despite the somber tone of the show, I really believed Spencer and Alexandra would find harmony and maybe even have a family of their own by the end. And please do not hesitate to engage in a debate with me in the comments. However, I believe that would have been something that was well deserved. Rather, we learn off-screen that Spencer lived until 1969, passed away at Alexandra's grave, and had a connection with a widow who delivered birth to his kid but whom he never married. Apparently, that's all we're expected to accept? Which is nuts. However, we must all now stand back and consider the wider picture. Because, despite the fact that it all seems annoying right now, it is obviously a prelude to the franchise's future. Future here means 1944, the year that will serve as Season 3 of 1923 in essence. According to what we now know, 1944 will interrupt and reveal the identity of the widow, the reason for Spencer's actions, and the fate of their kid. Regarding 1944, its development and release in 2026 are already known. I'm encouraged by rumors that Brandon Sklenar may even reprise his role as Spencer. If Spencer remains at the center of the plot, I will continue to follow, even if I am still lamenting the loss of Alexandra. There is undoubtedly more to come. Despite my anger at Alexandra's passing, Elizabeth is the one person who, in every manner, received the shorter end of the stick. This lady has endured a lot. She bequeathed the ranch to the Duttons after killing a man to defend it, losing Jack in the process, and enduring severe pain and anguish. Nevertheless, she is handled as if she is just in the way at the conclusion. I normally love Kara, but she just ignored her. There is no warmth. No acknowledgement. No gratitude whatsoever, for the love of God. Whether that was harsh to you or not is something I can't say. As if Elizabeth were only a stand-in to be ignored now that Jack was gone. What's the worst? Elizabeth's pregnancy wasn't even acknowledged by Kara. That youngster is Jack's. Regardless of their feelings, that is a Dutton. Furthermore, there was no assurance that the kid would continue to carry on the family tradition or any mention of the baby's future. Kara pretended that she didn't need another grandchild since she already had Spencer's kid at her side. Indeed, I still find it difficult to comprehend her thoughts. Everything, however, seems to be building up to something bigger in the Yellowstone brand down the road. A new Yellowstone sequel, The Madison, is on the way. It takes place in the current day and follows a New York family as they navigate Montana after receiving an unexpected bequest. Even if they claim not to be Duttons, I have a hunch they are at least related. Whatever the case may be, these people are clearly descended from Elizabeth and Jack, the Duttons who were never accepted but whose name lives on in the family tree. So long as the so-called legitimate Duttons insist on maintaining their family tree, the Madison has all the makings of an intriguing investigation of the meaning of belonging to an unclaimed family. What does it leave us with, then? Reports state that 1923 is officially over. Season 3 in the conventional sense will not be happening. But the narrative doesn't end with the Madison in 1944. Though I'm looking forward to what comes next, I wish that 1923 had provided more resolution, both for the characters and for us, the viewers. Tell me your thoughts. Just hit that like button and follow that account to get your weekly dose of Yellowstone news. At the same time, you may find the video intriguing.